Very good morning, students. For this session, I am going to teach you one more problem from the chapter Involute, circle of Involute, right? So, before getting into the problem, let me just give you some brief idea how to differentiate cycloid curve and the involute of a circle, because for both the case only one diameter would be given. How to differentiate? For cycloid, the word which reflects in the question, so only one diameter will be there, right? It rolls on horizontal table, rolls on the ground, rolls on the horizontal surface, rolls on the straight line, and again without slipping. If any of these bird which would reflect on your question, then that question belongs to cycloid. Then what about circle of involute of a circle? Involute of a circle. Here the word wire, cable, string, thread, coil, right? Then this would be wound, unwound, or winding, unwinding, or the rope is tight, or the coil is tight, wire, thread is tight or taut, T-A-U-T. If any of these words reflect in a question, that question belongs to involute of a circle. So you may encounter the confusion, right? Because only one diameter will be given. For cycloid also only one diameter would be there, and involute of a circle also only one diameter will be there. So these are the word, if it is reflecting in our question, in order to make it out, the question belongs to whether cycloid or involute of a circle. So keep that in mind, right? So don't get confused. If you know the fundamental, that means the concept, then it would be easy to identify the question belongs to which curve, right? So now let me just read out the question and make you understand what is given here. So this is the third question from the chapter Involute of a circle. An inelastic string of 100 mm long has its one end attached to the circumference of a circular disc of 40 mm diameter. Draw the curve traced out by the other end of the string when it is completely wound around the disc, keeping the string always tight. Name the curve obtained. Draw the tangent and normal at any point on the curve. So let me just take down the information, that is given data. That is string length is given. String length is given as 100 mm. And the diameter of the disc, so diameter of the disc is 40 mm. Then what about the radius? R is equal to D by 2, which is equal to 20 mm. And what about the circumference length of this particular disc? That is circumference length is equal to pi d r 2 pi r. Pi into d, diameter is 40, which would be 125.6 mm. Right. Look at the string length. Here it is 100 mm. Whereas to complete one full turn of the coil, right, or the inelastic string starts from here. To complete one full turn or one full convolution, need to have 125.6 this string length. Whereas here the string length is given only 100 mm. Suppose assume this would be my 100 mm, and look at here. It is incomplete of one full turn. There is a shortage of string. This is what happening for this question. To complete one full revolution or one full convolution or one full turn, I need to have a string length of 125.6. Whereas the string length what I am having is limited of 100 mm only. So 100 mm is something like this. So it will not turn one full revolution or one full turn or one full winding, right? So listen carefully how I am going to construct it, right? The same procedure how you constructed it, right? Here the string length, that is circumference length, is greater than the string length, or string length is less than, or string length is less than circumference length, which could be 100 mm is less than 125.6 mm. So look at this. So choose a point that is the center of the circle, that can be denoted as C. Now take 20 mm in your compass. And go for a full circle. This is the center, C. Right. Now you need to divide this circle or this disc, right? This circular disc needs to be divided into 8 equal divisions. So draw a horizontal line passing through the midpoint, that is the center of the circle. Now keeping the protractor in this manner and choose 90 degree, draw a line passing through the center. Now keeping the protractor in this manner, 45 degree either side, and draw a line passing through the center of the line. Similarly for here also. So now the disc has been divided into 8 equal divisions. The bottommost portion should be taken as 1, and the numbering should be in anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. After doing this, I need to draw the tangential line from all the circumferential points. Starts from 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So tangential line for the circumferential points. So keeping your protractor in this manner, choose 90 degree, draw a line. Similarly here, keeping your protractor in this manner, choose 90 degree, draw a line. For circumference of point 2, circumference of point 3, circumference point 4, circumference point 5 and 6, 7, right? So I have completed drawing all the tangential line on the circumference points. What is next? Remember, whatever length given, that is a string length given, for that only we need to draw the line. So take 100 mm, that is a string length, from point 8 and choose it somewhere here. This point taken as P. So this is the string length. This is the string length, which is 100 mm, which is 100 mm, which is 100 mm. Whether this 100 can be divided into 8? No, you should not do it. In the previous lecturing video also I taught you, this string length should not be divided into 8 equals, unless otherwise the string length and the circumference length is equal. If both are equal, then you can divide that length into 8 equal divisions, or else that circumference length alone needs to be divided into 8 equal divisions. So look at here, the circumference length is 125.6. So take 125.6 here. It would somewhere here. This is 125.6. So this is for your understanding only, I am just writing it. You need not to mention this length. You need not to mention in this length in your drawing sheet. You need not to mention it. This is for your understanding only, I am just mentioning it. So this 125.6, that is the circumference length alone needs to be divided into 8 equal divisions. What is the procedure? What is the method to be adopted here? Yes, the bisecting method needs to be used here. So point 8 and this point is the extreme points. So taking more than half of it, cut an arc. Keeping at this end, that is 125.6, cut an arc. So now this is divided into 2 equal divisions. Understood? Now start dividing this into, now this is the extreme points. Taking more than half of it, cut an arc. From here, cut an arc. Draw a perpendicular line to the string length. Similarly, the same manner needs to be repeated. Taking more than half of it, cut an arc. Taking more than half of it, cut an arc. Right. Taking more than half of it, cut an arc. Taking more than half of it, cut an arc. Right. Now, this particular portion, taking more than half of it, cut an arc, intersecting. Taking more than half of it, cut an arc. Taking more than half, cut an arc. So now, start giving the naming for the string length. Here the circle, that the disk has been given 1, 2, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For the string length, I am giving 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, and this is 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash, need not to mention, because our string length is up to here only. Our string length is up to here only. Got it? So in order to avoid confusion, let me just wipe off all the lines which are not required. So which will unnecessarily create confusion. Right? So now this portion has been divided. What is next? Start measuring it from point 1 dash to P in your compass. 1 dash to P. From where I have taken the measurement? From 1 dash. Now keep the compass one leg at 1 and cut an arc on the tangential line. And this could be P1. This could be P1. Now 2 dash to P. Measure the distance between 2 dash and P, keeping at 2, cut an arc. This could be P2. Now measure the distance between 3 dash and P, keeping at 3, cut an arc. This could be P3. Now 4 dash to P, the distance 4 dash and P, measure it and cut an arc. Cut an arc. This could be P4. Measure the distance between 5 dash and P, keeping at 5, cut an arc. This could be P5. Now measure the distance 6 dash and P, keeping at 6, cut an arc. This could be P6. Right. So where it ends, that means before the point 7 dash. Before the point 7 dash. That means somewhere here. This is point 6, right? So this is 7. So look at here, this distance somewhere it ends there. So now what I am going to do is, I have traced out all the points on the space. Now I need to plot the points by smooth curve, by freehand, plot all the points, passing through all the points, draw smooth curve, as smooth as possible. Right? What is next? Now change the pencil to H or HB, draw a dark line on the profile. Right? Look at here, it ends at P, that means after 6, before 7, so before 7 it ends. So the profile has been obtained. What is next? Look at the question. Draw the tangent and normal at any point on the curve. Any point. So I may choose somewhere here. This point has been taken as M. Now draw a line to to center of the disk CM. Now CM is the line, so I need to find the midpoint for CM. So the bisecting method can be adapted to find the midpoint of this, or else measure the distance in your scale, choose the midpoint. So either way, what I am going to do is I am going to use bisecting method, taking more than half of CM and cut a line either side of the CM. Keeping at M, cut an arc both the side. Now connect it. So now this is the midpoint of line CM. Now measure the distance in your compass, midpoint and C, and or midpoint to M, both are same, right? Keeping at the midpoint, draw a semicircle till it meets C. So look at here, by drawing the semicircle, it is intersecting on the disk or the circle. This point can be taken as M1. Now connect M1 and M. Connect M1 and M. So this is nothing but the normal. So a line which is penetrating into the profile is nothing but the normal. N dash. If you draw 90-degree line to the normal is called tangent, isn't it? Any perpendicular line. So perpendicular 90-degree, keep your protector in this manner, choose 90-degree, draw a line passing through M, which is T dash tangent. So as far as the question is concerned, we have drawn the involute of a circle for the length of 100 mm. Right? So if the string length is 125.6, that is the diameter of the disk, then it will end where it started, that is 8, to complete one full turn. Here this circumference length of the circle is 125.6 to complete one full turn, whereas the circumference length of the string length given as 100 mm, so it will close before the point 8. That means shortage of length. Right? Now what is next? So here I need to mention name the curve, right? Name the curve obtained. So by doing the leader line, I can mention this as involute. Involute. Then what about the dimension of the disk? The dimension of the disk, that the diameter is 40 mm. So let me just extend this line, or somewhere here mention the leader line by mentioning here dia 40. Next, what is next? Next, open up the guideline to mention n dash as normal, n dash as normal, t dash as tangent, then the scale which has been used. So here I have not considered any special scaling, so I can mention this as scale 1:1, which is the actual scale or the true scale. Next, the dimension, unit of dimension which I consider for this particular drawing, all are in mm, therefore all dimensions are in mm. All dimensions are in mm. Make sure that it doesn't clash with or overlap the given profile. So what is the best methodology to write the note is the bottommost, the right bottom of the drawing, you should cover this. If you want, you just open up one more guideline and mention this curve is an involute of a circle. Whether you can mention it over here, involute, or you can mention it over here, this curve is an involute of a circle. Okay. Hope you all have understood how to construct the involute of a circle. Thank you.